How's it going, everyone? Family Plays Pocket Monsters back again, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of side questing. Let's get going. Alright, welcome back, everyone. So in the last episode, we took on the third section of our map, which my brain is wanting to call the Crimson Coastline. That's not what it's called. The Cobalt Coastlands. And in doing so, we quelled a frenzied Lord Arcanine and got ourselves the ability to swim. So that is going to be very useful moving forward. Though we also have unlocked the ability to do quite a few side quests. So let's go ahead and run around town collecting these. Honestly, it looked like you might have had one. No. Oh, this guy, the candy salesman. Now, before you buy a wee treat, lend me your ear a moment, would you, lad? I came up with a new treat, using candy truffles, but it's caused me nothing but sorrow. Every last person who tries it says it's beyond saving, a complete disaster, utterly terrible. I've had to shelve this new creation, and there it remains in a salty puddle of bitter tears. Dramatic, don't you say, dude? Anyway, it'll likely never see the light of day again. It seems like I'll never be able to pull a profit from my creation, but I'd at least like to share my recipe with someone, at least to be forgotten entirely. You like making things with your own hands, don't you? I could share my recipe with you. I've got plenty of candy truffles to spare, but you'll need to bring a sootfoot root, a springy mushroom, and a hopo berry. Got that? You know, I actually think I have those, so let's just go ahead and collect those from my box real quick. If you brought the sootfoot root, a springy mushroom, and a hopo berry, I'd be happy to use them to teach you my swap snack recipe. So how about it? Sure. You handed over the sootfoot root, and the mushroom, and the berry. Learn from the master! And we obtained a swap snack. When eaten, this curious snack temporarily swaps a Pokemon's offensive stats with his defensive snack. Is Shuckle in this game? Because that would be great for Shuckle. Well, if that isn't just typical of our famed Survey Corps recruit, took to it like a fitty into water. Swap snacks seem to swap around Pokemon's offensive stats and defensive stats for a while. It's a curious sort of mix-up, not at all what I was going for, but life serves up all kinds of surprises. And you Survey Corps folks end up fighting against all sorts of different Pokemon, don't you? If anyone can find good use for my swap snacks, I'm sure it would be someone like you. Very well. Now, next side quest. Now, I think we actually have a few in the building, so let's go in here. Yes, it looks like your sister is gone again. Well, where could she be? There you are. I've been looking for you. My sister Wanda went off to the Cobalt Coastlands and she never came back. I've asked her fellows in the Survey Corps or in the Security Corps to be on the lookout, but they haven't found her. Don't worry. Do you think you can find her? You could use that old kerchief of hers again if you need to track her down by her scent. Please find Wanda again for me. She should be somewhere in the Cobalt Coastlands. No. Put a leash on her? If she keeps running away? Or just let her do her thing. I mean, If she gets hurt out in the wild, she might learn not to do it. Eevee's Evolutions! Floro from the construction corps is looking for some advice about evolving his Eevee. I'll lend an ear to the old chap and see if you can be of any assistance. Very well. A taste of honey. Almas from the agricultural corps thinks he's discovered something about Combi's honey. Speak to the good fellow and help him out with his research. And then finally, the Sea's legend. A report has been filed concerning a sighting of a mysterious Pokemon. Oh, jolly good choice there, Famine. I see you've taken on that request I posted. Let me fill you in right away then. I was strolling along Prelude Beach the other day and I saw something swimming a little way out from the shore. Rather regrettably, it disappeared before I could snap a picture. But I can only assume this mysterious swimmer was some sort of Pokemon. From the way it swam, it seemed to be drifting on the ocean currents. Now, if I'm not mistaken, from the sea behind Jubilee, that would take it all the way to Cobalt Coastlands. That seems like a very far distance, but okay. This rather leaves you wondering if the Pokemon was headed there for some specific purpose. Given the circumstances, I was thinking that if we spoke with a good Warden Iskin of the Diamond Clan, we might learn more. Oh, we brought him here, okay. I got your message, Professor Lavington. So, you're looking for a Pokemon that was swimming towards the Cobalt Coastland, yes? I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you much based on that alone. Well, there's one thing I can tell you. I've heard that long ago the Cobalt Coastlands was known as the East Sea, and a princely Pokemon was said to live in the waters there. The story of the princely Pokemon can be found in a tome called the Sea's Legend. But no one knows much about either the tome or its tale beyond what I just told you. So, that's all I know. I guess it wasn't much help after all. Sorry about that. I'll just take my leave here then. Well, that's unfortunate. Next up, looks like Arezu has a request for us. No, that's not quite right. I just need that little extra something. Oh, just the boy I need. I could use some help coming up with new hairstyles. I've hit a real wall here. Pokemon would be great for inspiration, I bet. Right now I'm picturing, Misdreavus. If you could study Misdreavus up close, I'm sure I'd come up with some amazing new styles. If you manage to catch a Misdreavus, bring it here so I can have a look, okay? Will do. I have yet to catch a Misdreavus, so can't help her there. Really came to our rescue with that pickling stone, you know? You're quite the little helper, so I wonder if you can impose on you again for help with a new pickle proposal of mine. I was drawn by the sea, I was down by the sea gathering fresh ingredients recently when, wouldn't you know it, an octillery popped up and sprayed me with ink. But here's the thing, the ink, well, it actually tasted rather good. Inspiration quite literally struck me in that moment. I knew I could use the ink to create pickles, the likes of which the world has never seen. But making food out of something a Pokemon has spat up seems risky to say the least, no? So a little research on octillery is in order, I think. That's where you come in, dear. If you learn more about octillery, please let me know. So do I need to bring her one? No, it looks like I need to finish the request. And I have your request, right? About your request? Pink Shellos first. I didn't involve all my pink Shellos, right? I did not. I left one just for you. collection with the light blue one now too. Of course I can. That one was right here. It's quite beyond me why shellless would have different colors, but I think it's absolutely charming that they change things up depending on where they live. We here in Jubilife Village have also journeyed from far from where we used to live. Maybe a change in the color of our clothing is just what we need, like shellos. Yes, I've got it! I took advantage of the inspiration I was feeling and expanded my lineup. I would be very pleased if you have a look. Alright, let me go ahead and take a look at what she's got. Oh, I just kind of flashed through all of her stuff. She apparently wants a Wormadam now. Alright, so I have finally purchased myself some new clothes. So that is all fine and dandy. Well, let's go ahead and talk to this person right here. Oh, what am I gonna do? At this rate, I'll make a real fool of myself in front of Kamla? Oh, hello. You're one of those survey corps, right? Ah, you might actually be just the person I need to help me out with a little research. My boy, Conlin, and I are planning to head to Prelude Beach at night to try to find the ghosts that are rumored to haunt the place. But ghosts scare the daylights out of me. My son, yep, he's terrified of them. You'd think we could just not go and call him a day, but no, I'm afraid his whole heart is set on this. But, you know, a fella can't stay scared of ghosts forever, right? It's just too tragic. For my boy, I mean. So maybe if I study up on ghosts, I could find a way to help the boy conquer his fears. If you got any good research data on spooky Pokemon, Ghastly would be a good one. I'd be mighty grateful if you share it with me. Need to know ghosts. I believe I'm done with Ghastly. Oh, gathered lots of data on Ghastly, have you? Well, let's see now. So, it's all recorded in this here Pokedex of yours. Alright, then. Mushrooms, eh? Well, I'll be... It says here that Ghastly likes to eat mushrooms of all things. And not that that's a bad thing, mind. It's just a lot more tame than I was expecting. And here I was thinking that ghosts love nothing more than to snack on unsuspecting humans. You know, it's funny, I'm actually rather partial to a nice mushroom stew myself. Maybe Ghastly aren't so ghastly after all. Hey Dad, what you doing there? Conlin! Talking about work again? Don't forget you gotta take a day off tomorrow. You promised you'd take me to see the ghosties at Prelude Beach, remember? Of course, your old dad remembers, kiddo, and I never let work get in the way of our ghost hunt. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm gonna catch a ghostie and show it to all my friends. Bye! Is that the kid that we gave the Pokeballs to? You know, he was just putting on a brave face because you were here. Anyway, I owe you one, kid. I get the feeling my boy will be just fine tomorrow. Yeah, and hopefully you will be too. I'm sorry. What did we just get? We got a link cable. A string exuding a mysterious energy that makes you feel a strange sense of connection. It's loved by certain Pokemon. You know, I think I know what I'm supposed to do with that, but there's things that I want to do before I figure out if I'm right or not. So let's go ahead and head on over here to our dude with his crops. And nice to see you again, Mr. Survey Corps. We got some great timing as always. I want to make the fields even bigger, see? But there's some boulders sitting right in the way. If you lend us Pokemon that can smash them to pieces with Rock Smash, we'd be mighty grateful. You know, I'm pretty sure you have at least one of my Pokemon that can use Rock Smash. But I'll find one for you, don't worry. Alright, you know what? I have a few in here that could use Rock Smash, but I think it's funny to give him an Alpha Parasect that could use Rock Smash, so let's go ahead and give him this guy. Lumen Alpha, gee, that's awful kind of you. Those boulders are going to be gone. I gotta say, it takes an impressive feller to catch an Alpha and get it to help folks out like this. Pokemon sure be big help in expanding the field. Might as well get started. Oh, your Pokemon pulverized those pesky boulders like they were yesterday's grapple. Now I'm all pumped up. Sit back. Old Miller's gonna make the field bigger than ever. And all that. Alright, so that's probably the biggest our fields could get. That was some fine work. Any crops we plant here will do great. And it's all thanks to you two. We'll keep the Pokemon here to help with the field work a while longer. Just give a holler if you want to swap in different Pokemon and do some Rock Smash. Very well, very well. Now, I forget what I was doing. Oh, I was doing Apricorns. I got 34 Apricorns, 7 spoiled Apricorns. Ooh, mints. Yes, we're going to do mints. Alright, and then I believe this fella up here wanted the cat. On Pokemon with the tail I was looking for? I believe, in fact, I did. I don't think it's going to be Purugly, but let's try Purugly to begin with. Let's see what he says. Well, albeit its tail is like a tightly wound spring, and it's as thick as a rope to boot. Not half bad, I must say. But the tail I'm looking for should belong to a smaller Pokemon about the size of a Bidoof. I'm begging you here, find that beautiful, elegant tail for me, would you? I mean, of course. I had to confirm that wouldn't work, right? Did I only catch 2 of you, really? Well, very well. Yes, this is it. It's just as I remember, the elegant sway of its tail, the charming spiral shape, and the enchanting way it bobs about like a leaf in the wind. Simply remarkable. Meow. Oh, it's a little meow. It's adorable as well. Have you got attached to me there, kitty? Oh, the dilemma. Pokemon are scary, but maybe this little one and I will get along just... Oh, the darn thing scratched me. Oh. I guess I got a little carried away there. Thanks for showing me your glad meow anyway. Its tail, at least, was a joy to see. One day, when I find the Pokemon with the perfect tail for me, I'd like to become fast friends with it, just like you and your partner Pokemon. I mean, theoretically, couldn't you go out and catch one and then be fast friends with it that way? Well, we got another side quest over here. Netta! Hey, I hear you're quite the Pokemon expert. I was wondering, do you know anything about a Pokemon that has 2 tail fins? Someone swimming along the other day, fluttering his 2 tail fins behind it. It looked so lovely, I was captivated right away. I really want to see that Pokemon again, but this time, I'd like to get a good look at it up close. Also, if you catch a Pokemon with 2 tail fins, please come and show it to me. You know, I think I have precisely what you're looking for. Is it a Luminion? No, this Pokemon is lovely too, but it's but it isn't the one I'm after. So then maybe Finian. Yes, Finian. The way it wiggles its fins, it's so adorable. It's like they're fluttering in the wind. You've outdone yourself on this one. Thanks so much for taking on my request. From now on, you Survey Corps folks have my full support. Keep giving it your all out there. Oh, we got a star piece. Very well, very well. Alright, next up is the camera guy who wanted a Duskull, which I believe I caught in the last episode. I believe I caught in the recording of the last episode. That recording was 4 hours long. I cut it down to, I believe, an hour and a half. So a lot of it got cut to the editing room floor. But let's go ahead and take a look. Yes, I did get a Duskull. Oh, what a hair-raising spectacle. Yes, I'm certain this is the Pokemon from the photo. Well, now that I've seen such a clear example of the real thing, I'd like to get a proper shot. You know, I must admit, I feel quite relieved to know that it truly was just a Pokemon in the end. And a Pokemon with its own sort of charm, really. I'm glad I was able to photograph it. Very well, very well. Next up, let's go ahead and pop into my box real quick. Because I want to go ahead and grab the Pop Pods out. Because if I remember correctly, those are going to be needed for someone in the main research building. Yes, I believe I need them for you down here. Oh, if it isn't the Survey Corps recruit who called the Lady of the Ridge, what can I do for you? You're running errands for Choi again? Not sending a customer to negotiate for him once is bad enough, but twice? Where's his spine? Pestering me for goods when I'm already tearing my hair out trying to get Pop Pods? Sheesh. Wait, you've got Pop Pods? Would you let me have some, please? Just 3? Sure, go for it. And over 3 Pop Pods. Oh, Pop Pods, the Cobalt Coastland's finest feature. You'll often find these fine sea vegetables washed ashore. They're best known as the key ingredient in Scatterbangs, those lively items for scattering our Pokemon. Alright, I won't send you back to Choi a failure since you kindly brought me these Pop Pods. Tell him I'll set him up with some new wares. Very well, very well. Before we leave, though, are you always down here? Gather rare materials from far-flung places, you'll be able to craft all sorts of items. Oh, okay. Anyway, to Choi! Choi! I've got new goods in stock thanks to you. I know this is all caused you some bother. I do hope he and I can thaw things out at last. Yeah, but thanks to you, we've got excellent new items on our shelves. Do buy some. Let's see what you got. Suppose you must be wondering why he refuses any time I try to deal with him directly. Well, let's just say he has his reasons. Please speak to him for me, would you? I imagine you'll have better luck if you bring him some crunchy salt as a gesture of goodwill. Perhaps 3 hunks to be safe. So he wants me to get him more stuff. Salt, which is going to be a feature from the next area. And what do we got here? We got Pokeballs, we got Great Balls, Heavy Balls, Feather Balls. Anything of actual use? We've got Hyper Potions, those could be cool. Scatterbags, Smoke Bombs. Nothing really of use right now. Okay, so here at the craftier, we're able to buy recipes, and I am able to buy a recipe for a star piece, which, judging by the ingredients, is why I've been saving the shards and the stardust. So let's go ahead and purchase that. And just to take a look at something, the shards sell for 150 and the stardust sells for 1,000. So that is going to be 150, 300, 450, 1,450 Poke Gold. Poke Dollars, however you want to call it. And then if I combine, well, I guess we need 3. So 450 times 3 would be 1,500, give or take. So yeah, we're looking at 2,500 per star piece, and we're making 13. And how much do these sell for? They sell for 5,000, so yeah, we're going to be making double our money by doing this. So very nice indeed. All right, and here we are with the old man and his EV, who he seems to have lost. Oh, stars above, where's he gone? Survey Corps kid, listen. Remember the Eevee I befriended with the help of some Jubilife muffins? Well, he's vanished. I was hoping to get some advice on evolving him, but I can't evolve the little guy if he's gone. Please help me find Eevee. Come to think of it, the folks working at Galaxy Hall were always fussing over Eevee. Maybe they'd be a good place. That'd be a good place to start looking. Sure. To Galaxy Hall? Alright, so here we are in Galaxy Hall. Seems like we're looking for somebody with an Eevee. The professor is who I would start off with. No. I doubt it's you down here. Doesn't look like it. I mean, there's an Umbreon in here. Bree? Eevee? Oh, I guess not. My mistake. Seems like Eevee's not here either. Something about this Pokemon reminds me of good little Eevee. Oh no, it must just be my imagination. Bree. I mean, that is your Eevee. It became friends with you. So it evolved into an Umbreon. And I think he asked if it was hungry. Survey Corps kid, would you make me some Jubilee muffins? If I could watch this Pokemon chow down like Eevee did, maybe I'll understand this nagging feeling I get when I look at it. I just emptied my pack. Alrighty, so I have made the cake. Let's go ahead and give it to Umbreon. Bree. Do you mind parting with the Jubilee muffin? Sure. Bruh? Look at it chow down. It's really in the spitting image of Eevee when it does that. Or could it somehow be the real Eevee? Bree! Eevee, it is you. I've missed you, you little rascal. And we get a rare candy. I never thought you would evolve on your own. Although I suppose the professor did mention how Eevee can evolve even without any stone at all. Suppose I haven't got much use now for these evolution stones I set aside for Eevee. I'd like you to have one of them, lad. Which one would you like? I mean, I already have all of them. Let's go with the Thunderstone. Alright then, use it well. Getting these precious stones took many a visit to the Ginkgo Guild. matter what form he takes, Eevee is always cute when he stuffs his little cheeks with food. Very well. You got anything to say? Alright, so this dude here would like to know something about some comb bee honey, so let's go ahead and talk to him. Listen, I've been gathering comb bee honey for work, and I've started to think that their honey's flavor is varied between groups of comb bee. I'd like to look into the differences more, but that means collecting honey from comb bee hives in all sorts of areas, and that's a bit too much for this lone fella. That's where you come in. I'd love if you could bring me a comb bee from 3 different areas. First, give me a comb bee from Coastland Grove, would ya? I think... Oh, no, I don't. Well, very well. I'll have to go take care of that. Alright, so I happen to have a female Burmy in my past year. So I leveled it up and evolved it into a Wormadan. So let's go ahead and talk to the clothier. Got your request. Let's go ahead and show her the Wormadan. So this is what's known as the trash cloak. It's living proof that there's truth in the saying, one person's trash is another's treasure. I never knew Pokemon were capable of such things. Yes, I've got it! I would be very pleased if you would have a look at the latest additions to my clothes. Of course, I will do that indeed, but do you have another quest before I look away? You do not? Okay, so let's go ahead and see what you got. Okay, so I actually gonna figure out what she has. That is new, I should say. That being said, let's see, what else could I do? I could do the Magic Carps, I could do the Octillery, Coastland Grove. Alright, so it looks like I got a bunch of stuff to be doing in the Coastlands. Unless, is Coastland Grove elsewhere? It is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get some Combee up here. And I'll be back once I'm done with that. Okay, so the game won't actually let me leave until I speak with Irida here. Let's go ahead and say hello. Hello, Famine. This gentleman is Warden Ingo. He serves Sneasler. He will guide you to her domain. Pleased to properly meet you. I apologize for the abrupt how do you do before. I am Warden Ingo. I understand you'll need a hand from Sneasler in order to meet Electrode. Whether she'll see fit to help you, however, we can only find out by making the journey. Now, let's have a safe journey to Mount Coronet. All aboard! All aboard what? Ingo's a bit like you know. Like me? He appeared one day from who knows where. What's more, much of his memory seems to be missing. Maybe traveling with you will help fill in some of the gaps in his memory. In any case, I'm glad to have your help to count on once again, Famine. Good luck in the Highlands. I don't need to go to the Highlands right now, though, right? I could just leave? Alright, so I caught this guy his Combee. Let's go ahead and give it to him. Let's go ahead and give him this one, why not? I'll just have myself a little sample of its honey. Slurp. That's exactly what honey should be. Tastes like a distilled drop of nutritious, foresty goodness. But I get the feeling it doesn't quite taste like honey from other areas. I'll make sure to memorize this flavor. Let's move on. 2 more places to check. The next Combi I'm after is on Apom Hill. Can you bring me one from there? I hope I got one from Apom Hill. I did not. Okay, I'll be back. And before I leave, it's worth noting that the photographer has more quests for us. So let's go ahead and see what he wants us to grab. You know, I showed that photo of Duskull to the children of the village, and they all shrieked with delight. Thanks again for helping me with it. In fact, I'd like to ask your help once again. If I might, would you take a look at this? Thinking of 2 Pokemon that could be? I'm going to go ahead and assume is Turtwig? I have no idea what else he said on that quest. I believe I have an extra Turtwig for him. Yes. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes, that's the pair of leaves on the head. That's it. I knew the photo had captured Pokemon. Now I am fired up to take a proper shot of it to commemorate this little discovery. This has been such a learning experience for me. I've been able to hone my eye as a photographer, thanks to these little puzzles for sure. But I still want to see and photograph even more different Pokemon. If you're open to it, I certainly hope you'll keep bringing me your Pokemon to take more and more photographs here. You know, I'm doing those quests for him. I'm never going to use his shop, so theoretically I could stop at any time, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily hurt me showing the different Pokemon. Alright, so I caught myself a Combi, and there is another dude here with another request out here in the Coastlands, talking about how something is simply incredible. Though he's looking at a tree. Mosley, what's going on? Hey there, Survey Corps kid. I need your help catching a Pokemon. The construction corps is busier than ever these days, making homes for all the new people in the village. We just don't have enough labor to handle everything, so we figured why not try and see if Pokemon can help us out. I searched around a while for a reliable Pokemon that wouldn't need much training, and I was lucky enough to find an incredibly robust Pokemon called Machoke. Now, I'd love to get Machoke to join us myself, but I don't have the faintest idea how to go about catching such strong Pokemon. First thing to do then is learn more about Machoke. Show me a completed Pokedex entry. I can indeed do that. Did you complete Machoke's Pokedex entry? Please show me. So it likes grain, huh? And it certainly has a sturdy, powerful body. It would be the perfect addition to the construction corps. Where are you going? Did you just catch it? Did you just... Hey, look at you. You didn't catch the Alpha, though. The Alpha would have helped you a whole lot more. Well, thanks to you, I was able to catch a Machoke. I guess I owe the Survey Corps one. I really seem to enjoy the grain cake I threw at it. I promised we'd feed it lots of grain dishes, and that seems to be enough for it to help us out. Machoke! You know, the recent exploits of the Survey Corps are what inspired me to get help from Pokemon in the first place. Keep up the good work. You hear? Of course, of course, of course. Oh god. Why would he drop me off with an alpha right there? Got it. And that's what I was meaning by the alpha machoke. If he had caught this, it would have been a lot easier for him. Or a lot more useful, I should say. Ow. Hey, I caught it. Nice. Anyway, I was actually running over here to begin with because I only know of 2 spawns for artillery in this game. One of them is an alpha that's over here. Okay. And it looks like I found the missing... Oh, no, that's coin, isn't it? Hold on. Darn it. Too far away. You know, I feel like if you're able to hit a Pokemon with the Pokeball, range shouldn't matter. Come on, get closer and turn around, please. Thank you. Alright, and there we go. We caught the alpha. You there, stop! Stop where you are. You let your guard down quite carelessly for someone out here to observe things with care. Oh, I knew you were there. Now you face the eldest of the misfortunes. This lucky charm will ensure you fall in battle. Is this the start of the battles that we could farm them on? I read that an easy way to get money in this game is to farm the misfortunes. That they apparently drop... Or they apparently give you nuggets that I guess in this game sell for 10,000 money. So if this is the start of that, that'd be real cool. Let her ride on us down, and now it's gonna be her Ghastly, right? Or not Ghastly, Gengar. Yeah, same evolution line. Let's see. Aerial Ace. The level difference, assuming you stay awake. Oh god, that was a nice hit. Yeah, level difference makes that no issue whatsoever. What a disgrace. Quite formidable, aren't you? But this was only a test. Now I know more about how you fight, and I won't hold back next time. She ninja-peered. She dropped something as she fled. 3 bags of Stardust, okay. So maybe it's not quite... what's it called? Nuggets yet? Maybe they don't drop nuggets until post-game? Wait. Okay. So, follow the blue for the missing sister. She's somewhere over here? Wait, where'd we go? Did she somehow get out on an island out here? How did you get here? The hell? Oh, famine, you came to find me. I got the old heave-ho from this punch. Oh, she got thrown into the water from a chop. Oh, and splash, it was right into the sea for me. And then I couldn't swim back to shore on my own, so I was just stranded. So, please, can you help me get back home? No problem. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, thanks a million for your help, fam, and I'll pay you back somehow. Oh my, that Basculegion sure is something. It zips right through the water, even with the weight of a person or two on its back. Amazing. Oh god. Oh god, she has the most ridiculous storyline I've ever seen in a Pokemon game. Anywho, there is another quest up here, so I will meet y'all up there. Alright, now here's our quest. Heiko! Oh, aren't you the Survey Corps member who quelled the Lady of the Ridge? Well, listen to this. A couple of Apom stole my pack full of goods. This isn't even their normal spawn. How did they do that? They've been darting around, leading me on a chase, almost like they're teasing me. I haven't got a hope of chasing them. You must be used to dealing with Pokemon. Can you get my pack back from those Apom? Sure. Chase on the Apom that stole his pack, eh? I mean, I doubt this is gonna work. Yeah, they're not actually physically there. And there they are. Now if I come around this way... Oh, now they want to battle. Very well. Alright, Scyther. Let's go ahead and do a pair of false swipes so that we can catch these things. Although I suppose I should probably heal you up. I say that. I'm not going to just yet. Nice critical. Alright. Oh, I can't catch them. Huh. Okay, well then in that case. Close combat. And still can't catch. Still can't catch. Close combat. Well, I see you chase down the 8-bomb. And my goods are all safe, thank goodness. How can I repay you, let me think. Hey? What's got into you, looking so meek all of a sudden? Are you actually feeling remorseful? Aye, aye. Oh, alright. No hard feelings, just stop with the sad look. You're making me feel bad. Aye. I just hope you've learned your lesson. No more pranks, please. Oh, come on. You can't even wait till I was done scolding you? Aye. They took my pinap berries. I was saving those for later. This goes to show you can't let your guard down around Pokemon. I mean, I could have told you that was going to happen. You know, I came back up here just to see if I could possibly get a Vulpix. I wasn't expecting to see an Alpha Ninetales. Alright, now over here at this camp, we have this dude again. He is the Balloon Racer, so I'm assuming that this is going to be a race with Basca Legion. Hello there, this is your first crack at the Balloon Race, or maybe you've had to go before. Either way, why not team up with Pokemon and try out my fun balloon bursting game? You just need to burst as many of my adorable balloons as possible while riding a Pokemon. It's exhilarating, really. If you manage to burst, say, 24 balloons, will that be an impressive start? You can find me here anytime. So let me know whenever you feel like testing your skills in the balloon race. Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a try. There are a total of 40 balloons and we have a minute 20. This might take me a couple tries. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, if I just didn't have to readjust for the last double jump. We got 36 balloons. We got 4 pods of plump beans. And we completed his challenge, giving us a nugget and 10 Ultra Balls. Alright, now it's time to get all 40. I'll be back. Oh my god, I spent way too much time doing that. And let me guess. Perfection, you popped every single balloon. You're definitely a balloon bursting boss, that's for sure. And that means you deserve something special to mark the occasion. Yeah, 2 nuggets. Seed of Mastery. I guess technically that's an alright reward, but for how much I had to do, not worth it. Good lord, you have to be perfect for that one. If you are even slightly off with one of your jumps and you miss a single balloon, just restart the run because you do not have enough time to go back. Anywho, what do we got going on over here? You're part of the Servite Corps, right? Could you help me out? It seems this Pokemon's so hungry that it can barely even move. I tried giving it food, but it won't take a bite. I don't know if it's being stubborn or what. It showed some interest in plump berries, but it still won't eat them. We could use crafting. Of course, if we make plump beans extra tasty, I'm sure this little deer will eat them. What kind of Supply Corps member am I to completely forget about crafting? In any case, maybe bean cakes will do the trick. Could you make me one? If you need the recipe, you can find it at the Craftworks. No, I think I called that thing a Poplio in the last episode. I think I actually corrected it from Piplup to Poplio, which is kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. But, yeah. Let's go ahead. Do I not have the bean cake? I do not. What do I need for the bean cake? I need a cake lure base. Okay, and I can buy that from you, right? Shopping. Yes, I can. Beautiful. Can you give me a bean cake? Sure, here you go. Great. Actually, why don't you give it to Piplup? Let it eat from your hands. Pip? Look. Wonderful. It really seems to like bean cake. Pip? Piplup? Oh. Oh wow, it ate the whole thing already. It's got quite the appetite, that's for sure. I'm quite taking a liking to little Piplup. And I don't think it's safe to let it wander around. I'll bring it back to the village and take care of it. Okay, so that was a good sit down, not a I'm still hungry sit down. Got it. By the way, if the Alpha Blissey is a bit too much for you to take down right now for level grinding, this Alpha Chansey right here is also a good alternative. So go ahead and turn around. Please turn around. Thank you. There we go. So yeah, not nearly as much experience as the Blissey, but definitely could be worse. By the way, in case you were wondering where the other auxiliary spawn, they are right over here in the Ilpsby shore. And I don't actually know what I need for these guys. I need to catch, if I could catch both of these guys, that'll help out. Need to catch one more alpha specimen, so that'll get me 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 if I catch both of these guys and one more of the whatchamacallums. Alphas. So let us go ahead and see what we can do here. Oh, good lord! Kamehameha? Alright, so you with your weird pickles. Oh, so you've looked into artillery for me, have you? Lovely, let's hear what you've learned. Oh my, so that's how it is. Wait, hold on, are you quite sure? Goodness, to think that Remoraid evolves into artillery despite them looking nothing alike. But more importantly, it seems artillery isn't poisonous. So its ink must be safe to eat after all. Ooh, I can't wait to gather up some ink and try creating lots of innovative new recipes. Once my new pickles are well and truly perfected, pop by for a taste, won't you, dear? Indubitably! Now to turn in the bee. Brought me a combi from Apom Hill, have you? Indeed I have. Let's give you the level 19. I just have a little sample of its honey. Not too heavy on the sweetness, just honey, plain and simple, and good enough to serve as a special treat on its own. This one definitely tastes different from the Grueling Grove honey. I'll make sure to memorize this flavor. Alright, here's the last of the errands. Could you bring me a combi from Romana's Island? Okay, yeah. Romana's Island, where is that going to be? Alright, so this is indeed Romana's Island. Are we looking at a... Oh, I don't have any room in my satchel. Alright, so back to what I was saying. Is this going to be a jump out of trees thing, or are they going to be flying around? Oh no, night has fallen. Oh, hello there. Oh, hello there. Good lord, there's 2 alphas here? Oh, that is not the ball that I meant to use. Alright, so there's the Infernape. I killed it. I killed it. You know what? While we're waiting for daybreak, hello there. Oh, you've got Pokemon with you. What are the odds? Fate must have my back today, bringing you here. Look, I know we just met, but would you do something for me? I'd love for you if you could bring me that Pokemon. Ah, what was his name again? Well, the one with the scythe on each arm. Alright. Excellent. I had a feeling you'd say that. Never mind why I need it. Just bring me that Pokemon with a scythe on each arm. You know what, sir? Luckily for you, I just happened to be using that. Guess you must have brought me that Pokemon with a scythe on each arm. Go on, show it to me, please. Look at those keen blades. Look at those short works. Those make short work of this. You see, The Remoras, wait. You see, the Romana roses bloom all over this island. I have to gather every last one. I've been trying to pluck all of them myself. Having this, scyther will help make things much smoother. Oh, hold on now. Why are you gathering all of them? They're for my wife, you see. She told me she wanted to fill our garden with these Romana roses. So I'm gathering every last one here to fill that garden right up for my darling dear. I don't think that's what she meant. I think she wants seeds. What? Seriously? So she just meant to plant some? Well, that was a pretty severe misunderstanding. I'm glad you came along before I plucked every rose on this island. I'll just bring some of their seeds home for us to raise together. Take care. Interesting mistake to make. Alright, and we are back. And not that anyone's actually paying attention to this, but if you look in the upper, what would that be, left-hand corner, my camera is incredibly zoomed out now. In the day and a half it took me to get the Combi and the Magikarp, the camera shifted half a centimeter. And it was focusing on, I don't know if it's actually on camera, it's too small for me to tell. But it was focusing on this chair and that half centimeter movement. So incredibly zoomed in. I just figured I'd zoom out for the sake of all of that. But that being said, I did in fact get myself a Combi to jump out of a tree. It was a tree jumping Combi. I did also manage, if I could find the page. Where are you, you stupid orange fish? There you are. I did manage to perfect Magikarp. For the quest, we only needed to complete Magikarp, but I did in fact perfect the thing. I got a lot more Magikarp than I ever will need, but I did end up getting a few Alpha ones. Suppose I should show on the map where that is. But so you can go away. So the two Magikarp in the area that I knew of before doing anything were actually gettable from like this rock right here. I think it was this rock. Could have been this rock. Anyway, if they were gettable from down here, I didn't realize this entire area is filled with Magikarp. With an Alpha Magikarp spawning right here. So yeah, just something to be aware of. That'll help you get the large specimens as well as watching them do splash. So let's go ahead and turn in our Magikarp mastery. Is Magikarp page filled in yet? Tell me. Well, yeah, there's a lot you can know about it. I know all about Magikarp now. I'm a Magikarp professor. Now it's my turn to tell you something. Sanqua told me a secret. Sanqua said she made those Magikarp statues because she said she really wanted to make Gyarados statues, but she said she really wanted to make Gyarados statues instead. She said that Gyarados is super strong and cool and can even fly, and that Magikarp can become Gyarados. You'll learn more about Gyarados too, right? Please. Was that a secondary quest that just popped up? Do I now need to tell you about Gyarados? No. Okay, cool. But let's go ahead and turn in the honey. And I actually think that that's going to be the last part of this episode. All right. Yeah, like I said, I got far more Magikarp than I will ever possibly need. But here is that Combi. I'll just have myself a little sample of its honey. This type of honey just begs to be stirred into a cup of tea. Must be something different about the flowers. So Combi is in different areas make different flavored honey. What a delightfully mysterious bunch they are. Just think how many different clusters of Combi there are out in the Obsidian Fieldlands alone. I'm getting the urge to collect more honey. Thanks for helping me confirm my suspicions. Have some of my handy dandy or my hand selected dazzling honey. Very well. Now, just to confirm. This is an ongoing. We'll go ahead and take on part of this in the next episode. Oh, I need to return to Zeke. But other than that, everything else is completed. So let's go ahead and head back into Galaxy Hall and talk to Zeke. Alright, Zeke, me boy. I want to make it back safe again. I really can't thank you enough. I knew I wouldn't be wrong to ask you again. You're still as good as everyone says you are. Well, the Ursaluna is amazing too. Not many can track a scent, even across rivers and seas. If I could ever learn to live with Pokemon myself, Pokemon like that Ursaluna would be nice, yeah? Pokemon that's great at finding things. Very well, we get ourselves a star piece. Wanda, do you have anything to say for yourself? I was supposed to be out looking for other people's lost items, but it said I got found. Yeah, very well. But that should be the end of everything. Which indeed it is. So, thank you all so much for joining me in this side questy episode. In the next episode, we will be gathering 20 more lost spirits for Miss Vessa. And that will be happening in the Cobalt Coastland. But until then, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. This is Famine Plays Pocket Monsters signing out. And until next time, try to catch them all.